So you guys in the course, you already kind of know, okay, the basics, right? It's
Yeah.
pretty simple. Opening, sliding the DM, leverage, all that good stuff, right? But
Mhm.
what people, there he is, the devil. What people get hung up on sometimes is objection handling.
Right.
It's like, what if they give you shit? What if they throw some sort of, oh, I don't want to hop on the call or I can't right now? This is how we're going to handle it. So, what are the most common objections that you've been seeing so far in appointments? I'll give the floor to you guys. Well,
Oh,
to
some
Alex
questions.
mainly.
Um,
What are some objections that you typically get? Like,
just
oh,
depends.
I don't
I've
invest
gone a
in. Yeah.
I've gone a good one before. It was what's in it for me. So
Okay, that's
what
good.
would be a good situation to say that sorry.
What's in it for me?
Yeah, because
Is this
because
before you send the link or after? Like when you
so
explain to pitch on the call?
what was that? Say it again, brother.
Oh, it's just what's in it? I'm trying to figure out like what's in it for me as in like when you pitch the call. So you pitch the call, let's get a
Oh, so
full
pretty much
schedule.
a client asked that to me. They're like, what's in this for you? Because I was qualifying them first. So
Oh,
pretty much I was in a position where it's pretty much investment opportunities to help people make passive income. And what's it called? So my job was to pretty much as an appointment setter, right? I have to qualify them first to speak to the closer.
okay.
And they were telling me what's in this for me, since all you do is qualify. And that kind of got
Okay.
me stuck in that situation. I was like, shit.
Okay. Interesting. I've gone that a few times, but I've never actually gone over how to deal with that. So that's pretty interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
it's a bit egotistical. Not as egotistical, probably just curious, right? Well,
yeah, yeah.
maybe
So
yeah.
pretty
But
much what I said, since the situation, well, like I said, I was in investment opportunities. What
yeah,
I said is that pretty much whatever you invest into our program is what we put right back to the program and give you more opportunities to make more income. That's what I said.
interesting.
That
Interesting.
makes
And
sense.
what was the response to that? What was he? Did he buy it
No,
or not really?
yeah, they buy they bought it. They were like, "Oh, okay. They
Okay.
pretty much bought that.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
It wasn't, yeah.
Good. What's up, Adam? Good to see you in here. I don't know if Amara joined. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, he
Um,
left.
but yeah, we'll tackle that. We'll tackle that. It's just the most common ones seem to be, oh, I don't have the budget to invest right now.
Oh, that is why, yeah.
Yeah, I don't have a budget to invest right now. Sometimes you'll get once this loads. There we go.
I've gotten like I would like more information for now.
Yeah, more information. I'd like more information.
Yeah,
Or like, oh, I'm just doing research right now.
yeah, right.
How do I know if this is a scam or not? Yeah, so all these you're gonna come across
Mm-hmm.
as you get into setting. What's
Right.
one I get to? Okay, and then logistical problems. We'll go into that. This kind of ties into it. It's like I'm not free on X, Y, Z date, but uh, I should be free next on ABC day. So basically, kind of saying I'm not free on. I won't
Yeah.
be able to do it this week because I'm out on vacation, but I should be able to do it back like, next week. So that kind of thing, right? It's very easy. It's actually pretty easy to handle.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go through these one by one. I don't have the budget right. Pretty simple, right? Because what do you mean by that? What do you mean by budget exactly? Budget in your head, your budget might be 2,000, and you might think our program or the program that you set for like 4,000, 5,000, or maybe to another person, your budget like when you say you don't have the budget, you could literally be saying you're broke right now. So it's person to person. You don't ever want to take it face value, right? So you kind of want to dig into that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
Cool,
Mm-hmm.
cool, cool. So I don't have the budget to invest right now. Typically what I'd say to that is be like, yeah, no worry. Yeah, no worries. Um, would still love for you to hop on a hop on. Okay, oh, see if we can help. And I'll break down like why my psychology, why do I say this stuff? Because like it's all good memorizing lines and shit, but if you don't know why you're saying it, it doesn't really matter. Help regardless. Worst case scenario, you walk away. So yeah, and this is kind of like my default anyway, regarding like depends on the answer. But I put it what I like to do all the time, and one of the main principles I keep in mind, and this is just human psychology in general. So this is more like a human psychology type thing. It's like you wanna like sell it in a way. And what I mean by sell it is you gotta present your interests. I'll break this down, but you gotta present your interests as something that will actually running off the page. Well, something that will actually benefit them. So we got things we want to do, right? We want to make more money. We want to get them on the call. We want to close them, right? But if you can find a way to flip it, to position it, so it actually helps them, it's actually within their interest, then they're going to do what you want them to do. So for example, with this, I don't have the budget to invest right now. Almost every prospect knows they have in their mind, okay, this person is trying to sell me, this person is trying to book me in for a meeting, they're probably going to sell me on that meeting. Right. So they have all these biases, they have all these like preconceptions in mind, right? And obviously that's what you want to do, but maybe it's not what they want to do. So if you think of a way to frame it so that they go on to frame it so it's actually helping them, then we struck gold there. And the way we did that here is like, yeah, we want them to hop on the call to see if we can help regardless. Right? They're going to get help regardless of what happens. Worst case scenario, you walk away with a ton of insight. So even if the call goes lopsided, even if they're not a good fit or they don't decide to move forward, they're still going to walk away with a ton of salt. So it's a win-win situation for everyone, right? And that's going to make them want to hop on the call. Because like, what do they have to lose? What do they have to lose?
Exactly.
Does that make sense? Nothing.
Yeah.
And this is what most people will do, and they do it wrong, is they throw this out the window, they just keep their needs in mind. They're like, oh, no worries. Let's hop on anyway. I don't know. I don't fucking know. But you see what I'm getting at here. It's like they don't present things as a win-win scenario. I think that's what it is. Put it simply. Just present things as a win-win.
Yeah.
Or okay, here's what. Okay, it came to my mind now. But my mind's a bit fuzzy. I'm still fasting right now. But oh no, we're just hopping a call anyway. Or they'll actually say, God forbid, oh no worries. What's your budget or our program? God forbid, tell what the price of the program is. Our program is 2,000. Is that within your budget? Well, they're just gonna run away. Just to leave you on red. So.
You can't look eager to sell them
no, exactly.
The program is what it is, right?
Yeah, no, you shouldn't. And that's not your job anyway as an appointment setter. As a closer, so again, another principle. So your job as a setter is to book them in. It's not to pitch the program. It's not to pitch the program, guys. That's not your job. Let the closer do that because that's their source. If you're the closer, they'll handle that. Your job is just getting him to show up on the meeting in the first place. The closer will do the rest. Adam will do the rest. Romero will do the rest. Elijah will do the rest. I'll do the rest. Right? Your job is setter. Just book them in. Just get them up in the calendar. Get them to select the time, and then the rest will be handled. Right?
Right.
Because what most setters do is they'll do this bullshit of, oh, they'll start talking about the features of the program, what like how long it is, the features, the group calls, all that. No, it doesn't matter. And the reason why it doesn't matter, go ahead.
What would you do if they do ask that? Because I seen you said that you kind of had to ignore their questions in a way and follow up with your own question. But
yeah, something like that. Yeah. So if they ask, I'm still insisting for them to hop on the call. So I'll show you how I do that. It's it takes some finesse, it takes some reps, some getting used to.
Mm-hmm.
But once you know how to do it, then you're golden. Because again, we're trying to avoid this at all costs. We're trying to avoid that, trying to sell the program in the DM. Unless the only time you do that is if you know for a fact they're ready to go, and there's not going to be much resistance for them to want to hop in. And you can probably talk about it and maybe even pitch the price. But that's like a rare scenario. I've had to do that the other day. And it was fine because I already knew the guy. So how you deal with that if they just keep asking, or let me actually put it as one of the objections. What's the cost? Program slash. How does it work? This is what I said the other day to a prospect. I said something like, what did I say? I said, yeah, for sure. Would love to, or as much as I'd love to break down how it works. It'd just take way too long. Just take way too long to do it in the DMs. So would love to get you on a quick, it's a shortcut, on a quick one-on-one. That's my message shortcut's playing. Get you on a quick one-on-one, and then we can go everything. You can go through everything on there. Boom. Sound good? Cool. Something like that, please. You'll come up with your own source as you get into it, but this is what I said the other day. It's like, hey, yeah, totally understand. As much as I'd love to break down how it works right now, it just take way too long to do it in the DMs. So would love to get you on a quick one-on-one. We can go through everything on there. Sound good? And again, we're keeping the principles in mind. We're selling it. We're selling the idea to them because we want to book them in. Yeah, we want them as a client, but how can I do it in such a way where they feel like they're getting something out of it, where they're actually getting a benefit out of it? The reason why I put it this way, I'd love to break it down how it works right now, but it just take way too long in the DM, right? And then they'll be like, in their head, like, okay, yeah, that actually makes sense. I can't be asked to go, I probably won't go back and forth all day in the DMs, right? So I think it's best if we just get it on a call, and then that's where we can explain everything there. When in reality, like, okay, yeah, you're gonna explain it, but then when we get him on Adam's calendar, he's just gonna run his cell source, and then
So that's specifically for like DM setting, right?
Yeah, specifically.
Okay.
Well, you can probably there's the principles can be applied to more or less to sales too. Like this is all sales too. This is human psychology.
Yeah. Okay.
Quick question.
Yeah.
So say would they know that say you set a phone call, whatever, you get them on the phone, would they know they're talking to a completely different person? Because obviously as a setter, do some people set and close or how does that work? Like what if he tries to remind the closer about something that was said on message, but the closer doesn't know since he wasn't the one setting it, or how does it work?
Well, that really shouldn't be a problem. It should be communication. Adam, if you can chime in, Adam, if not, no worries. But you could break that down how that works. As we keep tight communication with each other. That's how it should be in the company.
Okay, I see.
He's out right now. He's out right now. You know where he is.
Out right now.
Yeah, you guys like you and the closer should be like a tag team basically. You guys should be going back and forth. And then here's the thing as well. I don't know if you've gone through the sales process, the framework. Typically, how the closer will start off is, yeah. So, dude, welcome to the call. Like, what got you interested in the first place, or what were you hopping on? And then now it's like a blank slate. It just opens the floor for them,
Right.
to recall everything that you talked about in the DM. So it's like it really doesn't matter at the end of the day.
Yeah. Okay. I see.
Yeah, Adam said hop on a call with one of our coaches. Yeah, exactly. One of our coaches, team member, whatever.
Okay.
No big
Okay.
deal.
I see.
No big deal. Is this all making sense so far, guys?
Yeah.
Any
100%, yeah.
questions?
No, yeah, they're breaking it down pretty good.
Okay, good. Do you see why, not just what I'm saying, but why I'm saying it?
Yeah, you're explaining everything behind it and stuff, which makes it make even more sense.
Okay, that's perfect. Let's move on then. So if someone throws you, I'm working with another coach right now. It's a funny one because there's people who will they'll stay loyal to the coach or
Right.
stay loyal with whoever they're working with or whoever they invest in the program in. I just shot 2 bands in this guy. I don't think I'll be open to what they do right now. That's fine. So you get those people, and then you get people who, they're just a good or a bad thing. Like they'll just throw money at whoever can help them, right? So you've got to kind of figure out what kind of person you are. So you say they're working with another coach right now. This could work too, actually. Because again, it's a what are they got to lose? Yeah, you're working with this other guy, but if you hop on the call, if we can't help you out, that's amazing. If we can't, we'll just walk away with a ton of insight. That's only going to help you, right? So if you're working with another coach right now, then I'd honestly say this could work.
Okay.
This is why I love this answer. Because again, it's like what have you got to lose? We're not forcing you
versatile.
to buy anything. That's not what
Right.
it is. Yeah. Like, we're not forcing you to do anything. There's no pressure. It's just like if we can genuinely help. I think the main mindset you got to go into this, as a setter, if you're setting or closing, is like we're only here to help. Like genuinely.
Right.
So you genuinely got to want to help these people out because they're in a situation they want to change. It's kind of like why you guys hopped in. They want to change. It's just they don't know or they don't have someone to push them in the right direction.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about sales isn't, and this is probably why the gurus get so much of a bad reputation is because they're just trying to sell you in the program. They're just trying to take your money and then they'll ghost you after that. There are bad apples in this industry for sure, but there's a lot of good ones too.
Mm-hmm.
So we gotta come at it from like us wanting to genuinely help them out.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Cool. I'd like more information / just doing research right now. So that's a funny one because depending on who you work with, they might want you to book people in who are more qualified, aka like they kind of know what they're getting into. So what that means is if you're selling a dropshipping program and helping people get into dropshipping, but if they don't know what dropshipping is in the first place, then it's common sense, right? Don't book them in. It's fine because they don't know what they're going into. So
Right.
in that case, you can ask them, are you just starting off right now? Do you have past experience? How long ago did you hear about dropshipping? How long ago did you hear about high ticket sales? You can ask them that. And then depending on where they are in terms of like the knowledge, like how much knowledge they have. And get it. Depending on how much knowledge, how much they know or how little they know, then you can decide from there. You can send them you point them in the right direction.
Right. I seen a little trait that I see a lot of people using that seems to work really well, or as far as I've seen works well, is they offer free training or kind of like
Yep.
YouTube training as well too.
That's what we do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I seen one of your videos you posted.
Hey, nice.
It's really it's your most popular one though, and that's like 20,000
Oh,
views, something like that.
hey, let's go.
I'm sure you guys got people hitting you up off that, you know, because you're
Yeah,
offering
yeah,
pretty valuable information, you know, and they think, okay, if this is free, what can I get if I pay more? You know what I mean? So I feel like they kind of
exactly,
intrigues them even more. That's a little trick I've seen people use and stuff, and it works
exactly,
really well. I won't lie.
exactly, man. It's that's kind of like why I'm like posting on YouTube.
Right,
Because if you just give away the farm on the front end, if you're giving away this much sauce, they're probably thinking, okay, what's it gonna look like if I actually like invest in this program? It's gonna be
right,
unparalleled, right? If this free content is good, just imagine how good the paid content is.
right.
So yeah, you're right. It does intrigue them, gets them wondering. It's just
Hmm.
good to law of reciprocity. I don't know if you know what that means.
I don't actually.
Law of reciprocity. If you're giving, if you're just not serious, you're just giving without without expecting anything in return or needing anything in return, then they'll feel the other person will feel obliged to give back.
Right.
They'll feel obliged to give back. So I don't know if you guys have one friend or have a friend in mind who's just like who's always there for you, just helping you out, and just like they don't expect anything in return. That's a good friend to have, right? So you
Yeah.
almost feel like you feel obliged to want to give them back in return in some way
Hmm.
because they're
Exactly.
just helping you out with no, they're not asking for anything in return. And while they're not asking it for anything in return, in your head though, like, how can I give back to this guy? Being a great
Right.
friend. That's low reciprocity. You just have to give. This is what I'm doing with my YouTube. I'm just giving everything I know. I don't, again, there's no pressure. I'm only here to help genuinely. If you want to get in our program, that's fine. If you want to book in a pool, that's fine. But I know for a fact down the line, that's going to be something you're going to consider.
Right.
But even then, I don't mind. I feel good giving it away. It's like Alex from Moses style, giving him everything for free. So, yeah, anyways. So if they don't know much, point them in the right direction. But if you feel like you can get them on a call, if you think they'd be a good fit, but maybe this is just they actually know more than they give themselves credit for, then you can ask about that. Okay, cool. What did you need more information or more guidance on specifically? And then they'll tell you, okay, I need more help with XYZ thing. And then depending on the answer they give, then you can either choose to go this route, or you can just get them on a call. Because if it's a problem that you can solve on the call, that you can actually your program does help with, then get them on the call. So for example, with high ticket sales, with Renaissance Closer, you know, people they'll know what high ticket closing is, they'll have heard of it. And in my head, okay, that's a good enough base. As long as you know the ins and outs of it at least, then that's good. We'll get you on a call. But if it's like a specific problem, for example, I'm having a hard time landing positions. I've got sales experience already. I want to work remotely. I want to transition to remote, but I just don't know where to find these positions or how can I get a guaranteed position. Then I would get them on the call because Adam can then break down. You can ask about questions about them, why they're struggling with that, what they tried, and then depending on that, we can just sell them on the program. How we have like
Right.
guaranteed positions. So I think it's just like intuition. Are they a complete noob? Do they know a little bit here and there? do they know what's going on, but they feel like mental masturbation. It's like you're just seeking out knowledge for the sake of seeking out knowledge. You're not actually doing anything for yourself. If that's the case,
Right.
we'll get you on a call. We'll push you in the right direction.
Mhm.
But if they're a complete noob, then yeah, fill them in on what's going on. And the good thing about that, law of reciprocity again, they're going to appreciate you for helping them out by sending you a piece of free content, a free resource, a free training. And then who knows? Down the line, they apply what's in that free training and they actually start getting some progress going. And then they come back around to you like a month from now, 2 months from now. And then they're now in a position they want to hop on a call.
Right.
Yeah, reciprocity. It does come around full circle. How's that, guys? Making sense?
Yeah, it's making sense.
Sure.
Good stuff. How do I know if this is a scam or not? Okay, classic. I don't tolerate this shit. I don't tolerate it. It's just like, how do I know if it's a scam or not? Well, I don't know, dude. You tell me what about what what we talked about so far makes me feel like it's a scam. So here's another thing you can do in sales. We call it flipping it back on them.
I mean, they wouldn't be talking to you, right? If it was a scam.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Depends on the tone you wanna
Yeah.
take on. But I mean, you or probably, I mean, we probably would be talking right now. Now, in the first place, if you thought it was a scam, right?
Yeah.
If you thought it was a scam, right? So yeah,
Yeah.
one of two ways you can go about it. Holy shit, that rain is crazy. Flip it back on them. And this is typically what you'll do when people are trying to like test your frame or they're trying to like, give you shit, right? It's
Mhm.
fine. So yeah, how do I know if it's a scam or not, dude? Or are you selling some sort of scam? Well, what about it? What we talked about so far makes it feel like it's a scam. Flipping it back on you. Oh, I don't know. It's just what I've seen a ton of gurus online, and then you can break it down for them. You can dig into that. So you're keeping frame basically. Like you're not tolerating their bullshit. Okay, what makes you think it's a scam? I'm just curious because the student
I've-
results are there, the proof is there. So what about it is making you feel like that way?
I've also had another one after the stutter. I've also seen another one where when it comes to like reviews, right? There could be a little bit of reviews, but look at how much people are in the program compared to the reviews. You know, you're gonna go over the reviews over the people that are in the program. You get what I mean?
Yeah, I don't mind that, but frame is everything, bro. Keeping frame.
Okay.
Frame is everything because one of the quickest ways to lose frame. Sometimes it'll make sense, like you have to answer answer a genuine question.
Yeah.
But you need to keep the frame. You need to kind of show them who's boss here. If you're not going to entertain BS questions. No way. So, and one of the quickest ways you're giving frame back to them is by answering their questions because you're entertaining BS questions. So if you're like, what was it again, Alex? Alex, it was like barely any
Compare the
reviews.
compare the reviews on how much reviews there are compared to how many people are in the program. And there's probably more people in the program than there are reviews. So if you're gonna
Okay.
pick the reviews over that, then you get what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's not bad. That's not bad, but now you're losing frame because you're entertaining a bullshit
Yeah.
question.
Right. Yeah.
So what we do there is we just kind of flip it back and say, so like, I mean, there's so many reviews. Okay, well, the student results are there, right? Yeah, I guess so. Okay then. Yeah, let's hop on a call and see if we can help you out. If not, no worries, going in the right direction.
So get straight to the point.
Yeah, you could be.
Okay.
I would be.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Here's another one that came up just right now. I'll get to yours, Alex.
No, cool.
Classic. I'll think about it. Who gets this a lot, right? Who gets this a lot? I'll think about it and get back to you.
Yeah.
No one wants to get this. But the thing that sticks out when you get this is it tells me you did something wrong at some point in the appointment setting conversation.
Yeah.
You did something wrong. Why? Because if you did everything right up until that point, then they wouldn't be wanting to be on the fence and think about it. Because if it was something that was so valuable to them that they generally want to do, if they generally want to do high tech clothing, if they generally want to change, if they're generally tired of their working out at the warehouse, then they wouldn't be going and thinking about it.
Right.
So you did something wrong in that case, just like, look back on the convo and kind of guess where you went wrong.
Yeah.
Leverage, maybe lack of leverage. Wasn't enough pain, desire, or urgency. All fun. Cool.
Can you be
Well,
serious as well? No, go ahead. Sorry.
Serious? do you
Yeah,
mean?
like can you like they said you have to think about it. Like, what do you got to think about? Question mark. Was that too like forward?
No, you can ask that. You can ask that. That's spot on.
Okay.
What do you? Yeah, no worries. No worries. What do you feel like you think about?
Like, what do you got to think about there? Like that we can talk about during this card text. Yeah.
Cool. Good stuff. Yeah, just like if you're stuck, most of the time, if you're stuck on what to ask or what to do, usually why is the best thing to ask. Why or what do you mean? Then it just opens the door to them even more. Okay, like what do you think about? Or what do you mean? What would you? Yeah, what do you feel like you need to think about? That's like if you don't know what else to say, just ask that. Get them to talk to you in more detail. But yeah, usually if you get that, then it's more of a conversation problem. You didn't create enough urgency or pain or desire.
Something wrong.
Yeah. What's in it for you? So I'm guessing, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, they were asking that because they feel like, again, it's that feeling of, oh, this guy's just trying to get something out of me, or they have a hidden agenda. Okay.
Right.
Well, again, we come from it. We're only here to help genuinely. Non-neediness. You could actually say that. Come on. So if they ask, okay, like, yeah, it's cool, but I got a question, dude. Like, what's in it for you? Like, why do you do this? First of all, that's a bullshit question. Keep frame, keep control of the conversation. We're not entertaining any bullshit questions. Second of all, you're just doing this to help out. I'm only here to help, dude. Genuinely. Like, this is just here to see, or you could like repeat that. You could say the pre-frame again. It's like, we're just here to learn more about your situation. God. Learn more about your situation, where you're trying to get to, and if we can even help you get there in the first place, or if we're gonna even help out in the first place. Right, that's it. Like,
Yeah.
no, we're not forcing you to do anything. Something like that. Yeah, I'm just going off the dome here.
No,
Because
that's
then
cool,
when
that's
you,
good.
it's like, okay, Alec, yeah, it's good. Like, what's in it for you? Like, why'd you do this? Why'd you reach out to me? I'm only here to help, brother. It's nothing I'm trying to force you to do. I'm just trying to learn more about your
Yeah.
situation and like what your goal is with high ticket sales, and then if you can help out with that, then that's cool. If not, no worries. It always goes back to the principle. It's like,
Yeah.
it's a win-win. We're only here to help. We're not being needy or desperate. We don't need to be needy or desperate. It doesn't change my life if you decide to join or not. I'm just here to guide you in the right direction. If you don't want that, that's fine. You can just hop off or we can just end the conversation. That's completely fine, bro.
Yeah.
How's that? Does that make sense?
The sauce,
Yeah.
brother, sauce. Yeah, 100%.
Sucks.
So just pretty much stick to frame, right? Don't go off frame. Don't keep up with this bullshit, right?
Yeah, no
Okay.
bullshit
Alright.
questions. No bullshit, no nothing. We're here to help. If you don't want our help, that's completely
Keep it
fine.
real, pretty much.
Keep it real.
Keep it for what it is and not what it ain't.
Yes, sir.
Gotcha.
And then they'll actually respect you. They'll respect you.
Yeah.
Because everyone else out here trying to be desperate. They want your money so bad. Oh my god, please join the program. And we're just here like, dude, I'm just here to help, dude. I just noticed
Exactly.
you wanted to get into this. So let's see if we can help you get into it. If not, it's fine. All the best.
That's where you get leverage because they trust you now.
They trust you now, yeah. Leverage. Cool, guys. And then I got this probably last one I can go into. It's more of a logistic problem. But how's that so far? Everyone
Proud,
tracking?
brother. Yeah. This is being recorded,
Yeah.
right? That I can look this over?
Yeah, it's recorded.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. So I can look it over if I do need it in the future.
So,
What's the last one?
this is
Okay,
more
yeah,
of a
I'm not
logistical.
free. Yeah.
Yeah,
How do
I'm
you go
not
about
free
that one?
right now. Yeah. So that's pretty logistics. That's pretty logistic. It's not bullshit. It's probably just logistics. I'm probably extra busy with work this week, or they're out on vacation somewhere, but they get back on. So they're on vacation, for example, or yeah, if they're on vacation or if they're busy, okay, cool, no worries. When do you think be available?
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, it's only a 30-minute call, something like that. And then you just figure out with them, okay, like when are you gonna be free? Oh, I'll be back on Tuesday. Because I have a conversation with this guy. He's out right now, but he's asking if you can open some slots for next Tuesday or Wednesday. So yeah, and I could run it by, if it's not open for some reason, run it by the closer. Hey, could you open? This guy's asking if you're free on Tuesday or Wednesday. Could you open a slot for him?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
cool, no worries. And then boom, yep, we got slots open. So it's just like, it's pretty simple. You just figure out with them. It's not a bullshit question. It's just logistical.
I've had some clients say that as a rejection. That's probably because I did something wrong during the call, right? Like they say they don't have time to really get going. That's probably because they're not interested or they're
Okay,
either
yeah, that's an objection.
okay.
I don't have time. Okay, what do you mean? What does that look like for you? Oh, just and then you can then figure out, is it genuinely logistically? It's a logistical problem, or you're just throwing bullshit at me again because you're not interested, or I did something wrong in the sales process.
Okay,
Or you're
so
not
just
interested enough.
be straight up to them, right? Be like, I mean, are you still interested in this, program, whatever?
I'd go into this first. I'd just probably ask, like, okay, like, what do you mean? What does that look like?
Okay.
Because then they can tell you, oh, it's just because like I've got an event to go to, and then after that I'll probably be free. Okay, that's logistic. If it's just
Okay.
like, oh, I just don't have time. I don't have time to devote to this.
So
You know,
does it like does it kind of depend on like their tone on how they say that to see, you know, how
yeah,
exactly they're
yeah,
saying it?
yeah, listen to your intuition. They'd
Okay.
probably know.
All right, perfect.
But it's either just gonna be like pure logistics, or it's actually just gonna be like another version of I'll think about it, or I'm not interested enough.
Yeah.
You know.
Wait, Alex, are you doing over the phone setting or are you doing DM setting?
I've been doing both. Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see, I see.
Yeah.
And what offer are you on, if you don't mind me asking?
Right now at the moment I'm not on any offer, but I
Oh,
was
okay.
with it was Cash Flowpreneur. That's one of the offers, and another one was with TJ car sales, but
Oh, okay, I see.
not in them right now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll get you right.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it on my end. I mean, is there any other objections that you feel like you come across, or anything that you struggle with?
Not that I can think of now. But so
Okay,
far I
cool.
thought those are pretty good, brother. Would
Good
like the
stuff.
recording.
Yep. Yeah, I'll shoot it over in the Slack channel. Don't worry.
Yeah, appreciate it, bro.
Remember, principles. It's not about what you say. It's like what were you? What's the reason, or what's the principle behind what you're saying?
Mhm.
Because then this is just the way. This is just my source, just the way I talk. Maybe you talk a
Mhm.
bit differently. Maybe you'd say something a bit different. But either way, if you're sticking to the principles, the stone set in stone,
Yeah.
then you'd have no problem. Doesn't matter what you say, as long as you stick to it, it's all good. So you got to sell it. You got to present your interest. You got to sell it to them. You got to present your interest as something that's actually kind of like their interest, or will actually benefit them. You're going to present things as a win-win situation. Your job as a setter, just put them in. The closer will handle the rest. Not there to sell the program. You're not there to talk about the price. No, you just get them on the calendar. They want to change. You've got some pain. You've got some leverage. Right? Okay, let's help you out with that. Cool. We're only here to help as setters, closers slash biz owners. Generally here to help. Law of reciprocity. People like it when you just give without expecting anything in return, and it has to be genuine. You shouldn't want anything in return. But then, just how like law of human nature works, they'll feel obliged to give back if they're giving you, you know, some bullshit. You flip it back on them if you want to.
Yeah.
Frame is everything. You won't entertain BS questions. You'll keep the on-goal focus on getting closer to the book meeting. Yeah, frame is, we can go into that in another call, because that's like something to dive into. It's really important. So I can do that. I can do that in the next call. But frame is everything.
Yeah.
You got to keep that.
How often do you do your calls? I like to join them all.
So every week. My
it's every
calls are
week?
every week, same time as this time. So 8 p.m. PST.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah. Can you make that?
Yeah, for sure.
Good stuff.
So quick question, Matt.
Yeah, go for it.
So when it comes to you in general, you personally, right? When you're on the phone or either DM setting, do you like keep it professional, or do you like to go off script a little bit to like, you know, like off script as in like, you know, throw a little joke in here to like, you know, keep the conversation interesting, if you get what I mean? What do you personally?
What I personally do, it depends on, I think it's gonna depend first on
Person you're
the
talking
type
to?
of offer you're on. Yeah, the type of
Oh, okay.
offer you're on, and the type of people you're gonna be dealing with. If
Okay.
you're gonna be dealing with people who are very professional, like
Mhm.
lawyers, attorneys, realtors, I don't know, those kind of
Gotcha.
people, then yeah, maybe keep it more on the professional side. But here's the thing.
Yeah.
It's a human, like behind the mask, behind the career,
Mhm.
it's another human at the end of the day. It's
Yeah.
not a robot, it's a human. So
Right.
cracking a joke there won't like crack it. You're building rapport the whole time. And don't do it trying to be goofy. It's just like just be you, just be a person. Make a joke there, that's fine. If you want to go a bit off script, that's fine too. But mostly, if you want to keep it professional, that's fine. With the type of people we deal with, they're not like realtors or lawyers, you know. So we can
Yeah.
be a bit more like human, be a bit more of ourselves, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think it's gonna depend on the type of people you're dealing with. But for the most part, don't forget that at the end of the day, it's just another person on the other side. They got their own life, they got their own
100%, yeah.
personality. And it's just all it's just doing is building more rapport. If anything.
Yeah.
So,
Because me personally, when I was in offers and stuff like that, well, I was in investment opportunities, right? Like I said, and
Yep.
I would always just keep it professional. I would never like joke around unless like the person joked around with me. Then so me, I just pretty much go off the person, so that way I can
Yeah.
get more comfortable and understand them a little bit more. If you get what I mean. So
Yeah,
just
100%. Yeah. Yeah, get a read on them.
Yeah.
The person, and you can like kind of gauge, you can kind of just see what you can do and then what maybe you shouldn't do, you know, but just get a read on them.
100%.
Yeah,
Appreciate it, bro.
no worries. And then lastly, just like you don't know what else to do. Great questions are just what, why, what do you mean by that? Non neediness and desperation the whole time. And just keep it real, like Ozzy said, and then just get a read on the person. But yeah. That is the source, guys.
Sauce, brother. Sauce.
Sucks.
Yeah, for
Sucks.
sure.
I appreciate it, bro. You do have calls every Saturday, right? Or it's Friday today, right?
Friday.
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 8 p.m.
But I'll run it by because like, yeah, I'll run it by. I'll reconsider the schedule, but it might have to just stay the same.